Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coach Kyle here, breaking down the World Fitness Project workouts for you guys today. If you're competing in this, I'm sure that you guys have already seen them, but we're just going to go over them one by one, kind of talk about some of our initial thoughts on them, and kind of some things to think about when setting up your strategies. Give you guys some rough ideas of where we think scores are going to be at for these. For some of the qualifying times or some of the top times on the workout. Obviously, the leaderboard is going to shake out a little bit differently, and these are best guesses right now. We'll get some more data points. So if you guys watch this and you need some help, please reach out. We would love to help you out throughout the course of this qualifier, because this is we're big fans of the World Fitness Project, big fans of what they're doing. So we'd love to see as many athletes get there as possible. So obviously they're taking a set amount, but okay. So workout 1, 50s chipper, 50, 35 cal road, 50 GHDs, 50 dumbbell box step overs, alternating hang dumbbell clean and jerks, dumbbell box step overs, GHDs, and then a 50, 35 cal row to finish out. So one thing that we always talk about at our camps, we always have some sort of chipper like this, but anytime you have something like this, we're wanting to try and negative split the workout, which means going from slower time to a faster time on the back half. So the 25 reps through on those dumbbell clean and jerks is when we want to start picking up the pace and really starting to hammer on the workout. Should be able to do a negative split with these 50 cal rows. We're looking to make the second 50 cal faster than the first 50 cal, because you'll have a little bit, obviously that's like when you're closing out the workout. So thinking about how you can go faster on the back half of the workout versus the front half of the workout is kind of how you want to start structuring your game plan for this one. The other thing on this is that the rep speed is going to matter a ton in this workout. So it's 100 reps, but it's not anything that's like crazy fatiguing. It's just kind of a little bit of a grind. So your rep speed is really going to matter on your GHDs and your dumbbell box step overs. You can make up some time if you're kind of like a bigger athlete on the row, a little bit, but it is only 70 cals for ladies, so you're not going to be making up minutes, but you can definitely lose close to a minute, if not more, on the GHDs and step overs if your speed of contraction isn't super high. Same thing with those alternating dumbbell clean and jerks. If your speed of contraction isn't super high, you can lose some time on those. But with the step overs, we're just looking at putting the dumbbell on your back or on a shoulder, whichever one, and just grinding through those. You're going to want to play around with your fastest step over speed or cadence. You can do these lateral, you can do these facing, you can do them canted according to the rules. So find out what your fastest speed is or fastest cadence are on these dumbbell box step overs and how you get them done the fastest. Sometimes having your inside leg, so leg closest to the box, step up, cross over, step down, tap, come back up with that inside leg is a good cadence for people. Other people like kind of the outside leg coming over the top and then stepping back through, tap, outside leg. I've seen that inside leg be pretty quick for the step over. And what you're basically trying to do is just graze the top of the box and then come back down. For ladies with that 20-inch, and for guys too, this is also going to be something that's going to be pretty key for qualifying, is you're going to want to find a box or a jerk block or something that fits the most narrow requirement standards for what they have listed as box dimensions. The more narrow you are, the less distance you have to step, or the more narrow the box is, the less distance you have to step over that box or step laterally. Like if you have a box this wide, now you're stepping way out to here. If you have a box this wide, now you're stepping out to here. So finding something that has the most narrow dimensions possible, especially because there's 100 reps and seconds are really going to matter on the leaderboard. We saw that last time. Seconds matter, reps matter. You're going to want to try and find that box that has the exact dimensions that they're listing there. estimation of 16 to 18 minutes is going to be where I think majority of people fall. Probably closer to that 16-minute time frame is where elite qualifying scores are be. We might have some people get into kind of the 15-30 range ish. But that 16, maybe 17 time frame is going to be where I think a lot of people are going to fall on this workout that are going to be qualifying for elite and competitor division. The row we're looking at around 2:15 for everyone. GHDs are going to be around 2 minutes. So you're looking at 4:15 there. Box step overs, probably going to be about 3 minutes on those. 2:45, 3 minutes. So we're getting up into the 5-minute range there. 5:45, and then the dumbbell clean and jerks are going to be another 2 minutes again. Depending on speed of contraction, we might slow down a little bit on that back half or be a little bit slower on that front half. So, we're looking at another 3 minutes for the dumbbell box step overs, another 2 minutes for the GHDs, another 2 minutes for the row. So, or 2:15 for the row, maybe closer to 2 minutes on the fast side. So you're coming in right around 14:30 there with speed of contraction or degradation. Might see some people inside of that 15-minute range, but that 16-minute range will probably be kind of where you end up seeing most of those elite qualifying times. All right, workout 2. So we have a 9-minute MRAP. As we're looking at a bigger picture of this, we're probably going to see a little bit more powerful athletes qualify for this one. So even though we have that longer chipper is somewhere in the 15 to 16 minute time range, I know they have a 20-minute time cap on it. This is still, it's not anything that's really body weight focused. The dumbbell's a little bit heavier as well. And then there's a row in there as well. So it kind of negates a lot of the bigger athlete having issues on this workout with power output or sustaining power output on this one. So we're probably going to see a little bit bigger athlete profile qualifying for this one based off of some of these workouts here. So workout 2, or based off of the time domain for the workouts and just kind of how much of a power output you're going to have for these. So, and some of the weight selection as well. Usually that moderate barbell weight usually leads to kind of like a little bit of a bigger, more powerful athlete qualifying for these events. So, but workout 2, MRAP, 9 minutes, 9 bar facing burpees, 6 snatches, 185, 125, 3 rope climbs to 15-foot mark. You'll have a tie break after round 3. This is a pretty fast workout. It really comes down to kind of what your weakness is and how well you can cycle the barbell. The 9 bar facing burpees is not going to be that big of a hindrance in the workout. For elite level athletes, 3 rope climbs isn't going to be that challenging per round. It's really going to come down to how fast you can cycle those snatches for top level athletes. So we're thinking that around 4 to 5 rounds on this one is going to be possible. So 4 rounds would be 2-minute rounds. Get your burpees done in 20 seconds. Snatches are going to be, up to a minute, and then 3 rope climbs can take anywhere from 20 seconds to 30 seconds roughly. So if you're able to keep that pace, so 20 seconds, 120, you're at around 130, 140 rounds. And that would put you at, let's see, sorry, I need to math that out really quick. So that if you're holding a 130, it's 6 rounds. There'll probably be some degradation of speed on the snatches, maybe not as much for ladies as there will be for guys, but those rope climbs will be a little bit easier for guys. And there might be some degradation on the rope climbs for ladies versus guys. So I think you're probably going to see around like that 4.5 to 5 round range is going to be where some of the top athletes are. That's about It's about 10. So if you're finishing your snatches in around 3 minutes, about 10 snatches a minute. Pretty doable for 30 snatches for elite level athletes. Then you have, 5 minutes to get 15 rope climbs done and 45 bar facing burpees. Again, pretty doable inside of 5 minutes for elite level athletes, especially if you're just kind of putting the hammer down on this one. So, but yeah, make sure you guys are descending the rope quickly on this one. You can waste a lot of time coming down slow, basically. Make sure you get a good foot wrap. You don't want to tax that upper pole as you want to tax the upper pole as little as you need to. So good foot wraps on the rope is going to be super important to be able to maintain a good snatch cadence on this one and not overly fatigue that kind of last little pull on the snatch. Power snatches obviously are going to be key. If you need to go to squat, but fast cycle speed on those snatches, learning to have the bar drop and then you're right back on it to grab it. Breathe as much as you can on the burpees and catch your breath on those rope climbs a little bit if those are a strength of yours. But 9 minutes is going to go by pretty quick, so you need to be moving a little bit faster. I think then you're anticipating on this one to put up a good score. So, all right, workout 3 is a 6-minute time cap. So we have roughly a 16 to 18 minute workout for elite level athletes. Then we have a 9-minute workout and a 6-minute workout. So the bias, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, is really kind of shrunk sub 10 minutes. And like if you a little bit closer to like a 8-minute average, I think is about what that averages out to. Can't math. Maybe, let's see, 15, 30. So like a 10-minute average is roughly what this is going to equate to. So that 10-minute range, you're probably looking at, in the 10-minute range, you're looking at a little bit more powerful athlete that's going to be able to kind of hammer on these workouts, but especially with that weight selection and the moderate barbell weight. But getting into workout 3, 21 thrusters, 135-95, 14 shuttle runs, 25 feet equals 1 rep. So 7 open standard shuttle runs, 42 chest to bar, 7 shuttle runs, 21 thrusters. So this workout is actually a little bit of a trap workout. I think you kind of look at it and you're thinking like, okay, how do I go unbroken? I think elite level athletes, there's going to be a couple people that are able to go unbroken on this, or the elite competitors division, I forget what they call it, pro or elite division. Competitors, I think, have the ability to kind of break a little bit on this and not fall into the trap of going unbroken as long as possible and then kind of redlining and hoping that you get your thrusters done in a good amount of sets. But so we're kind of recommending two different routes on this one. If you're a little bit of a weaker athlete, we think you should, where your squat isn't as strong or your press isn't as strong, we think that being a little bit more methodical about this workout will help you get the best score and actually beat some people on this workout who aren't pacing it correctly. And then a little bit more powerful athlete, we kind of want to push the power output without bleeding over into a red line and absolutely destroying yourself. So typically we'll see a little bit more powerful athletes have about 3 minutes worth of pretty hard energy work, especially if they've been training their aerobic system. So they can kind of push the thrusters pretty hard, recover on those shuttle runs, a little bit slower on the shuttle runs. So when I say push the thrusters hard, like 2 sets to unbroken on that first one, kind of recover on the shuttle runs, push the chest to bars hard, again, 2 sets to unbroken recovery on the shuttle runs, and then push the thrusters hard. And that should help you kind of ride that red line, but also use that power output to really kind of dig deep in the workout and put up a pretty good score on this one. So it's kind of like 1, push the power output, ride that red line for more powerful athletes. And then 2, if you're kind of like being more methodical, 2 sets on the thrusters with specific breaks and rest times, push the shuttle run, 2 breaks on the chest to bars with specific rest time, or 1 break on the chest to bar, no breaks on the chest to bar with specific rest time. push the shuttle runs, methodical on the thrusters. More for the athlete that it might be a little bit more worried about the squat and the thruster at the end, but this is definitely kind of like a trap workout for that last set of thrusters, and they're going to feel, I think, way worse than people might be anticipating when you look at this one on paper. So just kind of, some people need to be a little bit more methodical. More powerful athletes need to kind of push their power output and use that to their advantage. Either way, this workout's going to fucking hurt like a bitch. So you're just going to have to suck it up. But somewhere in the 3:30 to 4:15 time frame is probably going to be a pretty good score on this one. I know that is a little bit of a wider time frame, but this one is definitely going to, anytime you have that shorter workout, that 6-minute style workout, this one's going to come down to seconds on it. So you need to make sure that your transitions are quick. Make sure your floor plan is set up to what you feel is going to help you execute the best. They have some suggested floor plans out there. I think probably the best one that you're looking at, so the barbell has to be either 5 feet away from the pull-up rig or 5 feet away from your running line, basically, and your running line can be go to right under your pull-up line. So that's at least helpful. But either way, your barbell has to be 5 feet away from wherever it is you're starting your shuttle run. So whichever one you feel can give you the quickest transition, either you're turning around to walk or to get to that start line and then start your run for the shuttle runs, or so like if the barbell is off to the side here on their suggested, and then your shuttle runs are back and forth here, so you kind of work around, or you can have the barbell 5 feet away from the start of that shuttle run line, and so you'll run down and back to your shuttle, and then hit your reps. I think either way you're going to actually have, let's see, 1, 2, actually putting the bar here and starting under the pull-up bar is where you're going to want to be, because then you'll be finishing right at that pull-up bar and going into the thrusters, and then your bar will be closest, where if you put it back out here, you'll have 1, 2, you'll be finishing your 14th thruster out here, have to walk to the pull-up bar, and then walk back to the thruster. So you basically get a whole extra shuttle run in. So floor plan for this one, definitely put it off to the side so that you start your runs under the pull-up bar for your shuttle runs. And I think that's how the floor plan laid out for this one. Let's see. Yep. So, yeah. So that shuttle run, yep, under the pull-up bar, set it off to the side so that you start under the pull-up bar, and then you'll go, because one rep is down and back. So it'd be, or sorry, 1 rep is down. So it's 1, 2, you're finishing the even numbers on the pull-up bar, your next implement, and then you only have a 5-foot walk to that pull-up bar, or that barbell. Whereas if you do 1, 2 and the barbell's out here, now you have to walk all the way to that pull-up bar, and then you have to walk back to the bar for your thruster. So each time you would be doing an extra shuttle run. So set it off to the side, and that way when you start and finish, you just have to go walk the 5 feet over to the barbell. So yeah, floor plan for that one. Seconds matter on that one. I know that was probably an overhype or over focus on that one, but yeah, if you guys need any help, please let us know. We'd love to help. These are our initial thoughts on it. Obviously we don't have any data points yet, but these are just rough estimations for time. As we start to get some more data points in, though, we'll start to get some more scores, probably be able to help you guys out. So hit us up, let us know how it's going, and how we can help. And thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the future here.